Carlos Baleba
to Manchester United. Here we go. After long negotiation club to club between Man United and
Brighton,
more than 3 bids, now Man United have been able to reach an agreement and sign
Carlos Baleba.
There's one more addition for Ruben Amorim's squad after Francesco already agreed on personal terms a long time ago. He only wanted to go to Manchester United despite interest from several clubs, and now the deal is finally done.
Baleba
to Manchester United.
Kobbie Mainoo denied midfield spot, no more Kobbie Mainoo needed. Carlos Baleba breaks silence after Fabrizio Romano confirms Manchester United transfer. In a dramatic and potentially defining moment in Manchester United's summer transfer campaign, the arrival of Carlos Baleba appears to have shifted the midfield hierarchy at Old Trafford in a way few expected. The move, confirmed by renowned transfer insider Fabrizio Romano, not only cements Baleba as the fourth signing under manager Ruben Amorim this summer but also casts a shadow over the immediate future of 18-year-old prodigy Kobbie Mainoo. Once tipped as the next breakthrough star in United's midfield, Mainoo now finds himself facing a far steeper climb to secure a regular starting place. The signing of Baleba has triggered an intense debate among fans, pundits, and analysts alike. Is this a necessary step in United's bid to return to the summit of English football, or does it risk stifling the development of homegrown talent that has been the heartbeat of the club for decades? A summer of ambition at Old Trafford. United's summer transfer window has been relentless in pace and ambition. The arrivals of Matheus Cunha from Wolverhampton Wanderers, Fabio Mbeumo from Brentford, and now Carlos Baleba from Brighton have been clear statements of intent from the Amorim regime. Since taking over, Amorim has stressed the importance of modernising United's midfield, an area that has struggled to dictate games with the authority it once had under the likes of Paul Scholes, Michael Carrick, and Roy Keane. The Portuguese coach's tactical philosophy demands high-tempo transitions, positional discipline, and technical precision. Baleba, with his crisp passing, vision, and ability to operate in both defensive and attacking phases, appears to fit that profile perfectly. Yet this influx of established, high-value talent comes at a cost. Mainoo, who has risen rapidly through United's youth system and earned praise for his mature performances during pre-season tours, now faces an immediate challenge to his trajectory. The Baleba transfer saga. Baleba's transfer story is one of ambition, strategy, and timing. At just 20 years old, the Cameroonian midfielder has developed into one of Brighton's most prized assets since joining from Lille in 2022. Known for his energy, progressive passing, and ball-winning abilities, he quickly became a player many top European clubs had been tracking. Brighton's negotiating stance was firm from the outset. With 3 years left on his contract, the Seagulls initially set an asking price in the region of €120 million, £104 million, a valuation influenced heavily by Chelsea's record-breaking acquisition of Moses Caicedo. For months, speculation swirled around whether Manchester City, Arsenal, or other Champions League clubs might make a move. United, however, acted decisively. Working quickly behind the scenes, the club's recruitment team reached an agreement that reportedly includes an upfront fee with performance-based add-ons, ensuring the deal did not escalate into another drawn-out bidding war. Mainoo's career crossroads. Before Baleba's signing, Mainoo's path to first-team football seemed clear. His technical composure, positional intelligence, and ability to handle pressure had impressed both coaching staff and fans. Many had him earmarked to fill the void left by experienced players who had either departed or were approaching the latter stages of their careers. But the arrival of a high-profile midfielder changes the dynamic. Sources close to the club suggest that Amorim sees Baleba not merely as a rotational option, but as a starting caliber player who can anchor the midfield in critical fixtures. That could mean fewer opportunities for Mainoo in the Premier League and Champions League, limiting his exposure to high-intensity football. This development raises the possibility of a loan move, something that could benefit Mainoo by giving him consistent minutes while also allowing United to retain him as a long-term asset. Clubs in the Premier League's lower half, as well as ambitious championship sides, would likely be eager to secure his services. Brighton's reluctance and long-term strategy. Brighton's willingness to part with Baleba this summer is somewhat surprising given the usual preference for selling at peak value. Club insiders say the decision was influenced by two factors: the significant profit margin they could realize after acquiring him for a relatively modest fee from Lille, and their confidence in a pipeline of emerging midfielders ready to step up. The Seagulls' approach to squad building has been methodical, using smart recruitment and player development to remain competitive despite selling key players each year. The Caicedo sale to Chelsea demonstrated their ability to command huge transfer fees without destabilizing the squad. Baleba's departure follows that blueprint, and Brighton appear well prepared for life after him. The tactical impact at Manchester United. From a tactical perspective, Baleba's arrival could reshape United's midfield approach. Amorim's 3-4-3 and 4-2-3-1 systems both require central midfielders who can dictate tempo, cover ground defensively, and link play between the defensive and attacking units. Baleba's versatility makes him an ideal fit for either role, and his presence could free up more creative players to operate higher up the pitch. However, this tactical shift might also mean fewer minutes for developmental players like Mainoo. While cup competitions and occasional league fixtures against lower-ranked opponents could still provide opportunities, the reality is that first-choice line-ups in high-stakes matches will likely feature Baleba alongside experienced names such as Casemiro, Christian Eriksen, or Bruno Fernandes. Fan reactions, excitement and concern. United fans have been split in their response to Baleba's signing. On one hand, there is optimism about the quality and depth he brings to the squad. His style of play is seen as a perfect complement to Amorim's vision, and many believe he could become a mainstay for years to come. On the other hand, there is a strong undercurrent of frustration from supporters who value United's tradition of promoting from within. Mainoo, after all, embodies the club's academy ideals, a homegrown player with technical skill, intelligence, and a deep understanding of United's ethos. The fear among some is that the club's push for immediate success under Amorim might inadvertently stifle the progression of young players who could form the backbone of the team in the future. Possible scenarios for Mainoo. There are three primary scenarios for Mainoo's immediate future. 1. Remain at United and fight for a place. This would test his resilience and allow him to develop by training alongside elite players daily, even if match minutes are limited. 2. Go out on loan to a Premier League club. This could give him top-flight experience without cutting ties to United's long-term plans. 3. Seek a loan move abroad. Exposure to different styles of football in leagues like the Bundesliga or Eredivisie could broaden his tactical understanding and skill set. Each path carries risks and rewards, but the coming weeks, and United's response to further transfer activity, will likely determine which is most viable. Conclusion: a season of high stakes. The signing of Carlos Baleba is a clear statement from Manchester United. The club is committed to building a squad capable of challenging for major honours now, not just in the future. For Kobbie Mainoo, this creates both a challenge and an opportunity. While his immediate pathway to regular first-team football has narrowed, the competitive environment could push him to elevate his game. Whether he thrives at Old Trafford or temporarily seeks opportunities elsewhere, Mainoo's response to this moment could define his career trajectory. As the season begins, all eyes will be on how Amorim balances his desire for short-term results with United's long-standing identity as a club that nurtures its own. Baleba's debut, Mainoo's development, and the team's overall performance will form an intertwined narrative, one that could shape the next chapter of Manchester United's history.